This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
Okay, I see a lot of videos online saying what's tacky or not, and I have some thoughts. My name's Nicole and I talk about the intersection of fashion and sociology. In today's video, I want to talk about the phenomenon of being tacky. This concept is so interesting to me. How do we identify something as tacky? How are we so definitive? I'm going to talk about what I think tacky is from a human behavior perspective, not just this or that, how one can become tacky, and 3 questions to assess our level of tackiness. Make sure you subscribe if you like talking about these kind of topics. What is tacky? I think online, people think of tacky as something that's not expensive, minimalistic, old money vibes. This seems to be the general notion. This seems to be the items people are picking this or that. When you Google it, things that are tacky are cheap, flashy, garish, gaudy, loud, tall, dry, or trashy. Tacky clothes are a fashion nightmare, and tacky comments are embarrassing for everyone involved. If you wore a bright orange suit to school with a neon green hat, you'd be dressing in a tacky way. When I hear this, I feel like these are a lot of empty words. You know, where's the basis and how can we really assess this for ourselves? I think there's a deeper way to reflect on if something you're wearing is tacky or not. The fundamental notion of tacky is a lack of awareness over yourself and your social environment. That's why we all want to avoid being tacky, because it's kind of like saying we have no idea who we are in a given context. How do we become tacky? I think the first way is when you're not digging deep on who you really are. There's no individual flair. Let's look at Chanel as a little case study. In recent years, the Chanel handbag perception has been really negatively affected by people not wanting to wear it because of how they connect aesthetically to the bag, or even how they relate with the brand, but rather because it's a status symbol to say, this is something people wear when they've made it, and I've made it. When this happens, it takes the genuinity out of the brand, and that's when you have people saying it's tacky or overhyped. I think Chanel has realized this, and that's why you're seeing the prices increase. I hear people throw out the reason as to just keep it exclusive, but what does exclusivity really mean from a branding point of view, from an identity point of view? It means that your identity is threatened and you don't want to lose who you were talking to. You don't want to become something else. Notice the theme of genuinity. This is all about wearing things that are truly you. The second way we can become tacky is if we aren't aware of our environment. Since fashion is about identity, what we're wearing is really kind of like a language. How are you speaking to the people you're surrounded by? For example, wearing white like the bride to a wedding. You're basically comparing your importance to the bride on her wedding day. Another way we can be disrespectful to the environment is our own personal space, the materiality. If you're wearing something that makes you feel uncomfortable because of the fabric or the quality, that's also disrespectful to yourself. Notice how under these understandings, there's no fixed idea of tacky. It's because we all have different bodies, we all have different contexts that we live in. The most untacky thing you can do is be the most respectful version of yourself. Whether that means dressing like a hippie, dressing gothic, whatever is your thing, as long as you're honoring yourself and your environment. We also have to remember that we're gonna do tacky things in life. It's natural, it's normal. I have sadly done a lot of tacky things in my life. It's because we're constantly gonna be in new social environments. We're gonna grow as people. Things will feel differently to us. And when we don't fully understand something, it's really challenging to communicate ourselves. The important thing is just being aware when you feel uncomfortable and taking a little note to self. Okay, really quickly, give this video a like because it apparently helps with the algorithm. If you're still watching this and you haven't done it, that's rude. Back to the program. The 3 questions to assess our level of tackiness. 1. Is it the right message we want to communicate in a given social setting? 2. Does it feel like you? 3. Does it respect your personal space? Remember, you want to be comfortable, you want to be confident. This is all about communicating ourselves in the right way and feeling good about it. What do you guys think? I know this is kind of a different way to assess tackiness than other things on the internet. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you like thinking about fashion and the intersection of academia, sociology, this kind of thing. Thanks for watching.